Hello everyone, today I'm going to be watching Ring, a mind-melting adventure game by Mandaloregaming. This is basically the same from the previous videos. It's to the welcoming this year's Halloween episode. We're gonna check this out, and especially because they're creepy and mysterious and long, quite long. But before we get to there was an earthquake in Afghanistan. My condolences to whoever lost anything of value in this problem. Now, it affected my country as well. So we have very, very bad connections right now. We can't really use that much. Internet is another threat. I know so many other people lost so much more, land and housing and people even. But that is a problem that is currently affecting the channel. So apologies. On top of everything else that's happening in this country, that shit is on top of it too. So we're gonna check this out and upload it when I'm allowed to. By the gods of internet. Who would be the god of internet? Thor probably, right? The electricity and shit. But yeah, let's go in the count of 3, 2, 1, go. That's thunder. What the fuck is this FPS? Oh my god.
Well done. We have completed Valhalla.
Oh my fucking god. Let's go. What is this?
Another Halloween, another new adventure game. Though this year is different in that it could be a one-time show. Getting this version made into a cut where the back-end robots didn't yell at it was already an ordeal. So if you're seeing this during the premiere, or the Patreon watch page, or some third-party website, that's why this video may have vanished, or be slightly different than the one on the main channel. It was not a smooth process, and this is more like the Flavor Flav Night Tales of the adventure game videos. So with that answered, what the hell is Ring? Put simply, it's an adaptation of Der Ring des Nibelungen. No Sadako here. It's an opera, though he'd prefer the term music.
That sucks. That ring was one of the best rings. And sorry for sorry about this light. Sorry about this floating light. This is the cost and energy, man. There's just I turned off some of the lights, so one of the lights looks ridiculous.
Drama by Richard Wagner. It's a cozy little production that clocks in at about 15 hours. It's usually performed over 4 nights so that the audience can actually survive it. If you thought Les Mis was long, welcome to Germany.
What the fuck? Okay, these are theaters that people watch overseas. Yes,
if you thought I know those. Was long, welcome to Germany. It is, in every sense of the term, a national epic. So in 1997, a company founded by 2 Slovenian architects decided to make it into a game. It would be published by a French company, Cryo Interactive, and the team included the renowned French artist, Philippe Doye. If you haven't heard of him, the dude is particularly a legend in comic books. He frequently uses
holy shit, oh my god, that's very cool art.
His bold, striking colors, and his work is surreal but endlessly detailed. So for giving a fantasy epic like Ring some flavor, he's not a bad choice. Though if you have heard of him, you know he's more famous for his sci-fi art. Well, this adaptation would be a sci-fi one. Ring would take place in the far future of 40K.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Pardon me, 40C. The idea was that the story of the Ring cycle is just so timeless it can surely fit into any setting. So
if it was a crossover, that would be perfect.
Le pauvre Albéric, qu'est-ce qu'il veut, c'est être grand. Lui aussi a envie de rouler en Mercedes, peut-être.
Boy, will he.
Is this no way, right? Is this a real translation? Is this a real translation? Come on, guys. It's been 100 years. We should.
The
what?
game is currently abandoned. And to be able to play and record it, I had to reinstall my operating system.
What he said.
It won't work if certain NVIDIA drivers are installed, or a lot of other mystery things, really. For some reason, the game wasn't supported much, and most reviews I can find of it said it was very, very bad. IGN gave it a 2.7 out of 10, though GameSpot was more generous and gave it a 3.7 out of 10. Now these aren't great signs, but they did say the story can stand on its own. I can maybe agree that the game has a story, sort of. Okay.
How long was this?
Great signs,
how long ago was this? Jesus Christ! What the fuck? This is look like one of those sci-fi movies, not sci-fi, those documentaries that they make about CIA and they show like computers they had in like the 80s or 70s or something. It's like, this is What the fuck?
The story can
This
stand
is
on
the
its own.
dev team of
I
that
can
game.
maybe agree that the game has a story, sort of. Okay, let me start the game. There should be enough of a... Oh, we're here.
No cutscene.
A cutscene is supposed to play there, but it doesn't, so I had to go hunt it down.
Oh my
I
god.
have been
Alright.
known by many names.
Observer. Son.
Emperor.
Thanos. He says he's a god and hero and wants to tell his story. This seems like it should be important, but we'll see how it goes. You're flashed back
That's
into
a
his
monkey.
past to see his adventure, which he tells you is also your adventure.
Oh my god. What the
Come
fuck
hither,
are
my
those
child.
lines? That face.
Enter. Become the Earth's child again, Ish.
Jesus
This
Christ.
task is your path. As old as the world itself. Perhaps even older.
Huh.
Depends on the age that we bestow upon the gods.
The great adventure ends up being Ish entombing himself inside of a mummy returns prop. In order to save mankind, he must unravel the secrets of the ring play, because the story is one of mankind's greatest creations.
Probably. Let's see. Let's see what this story is. What the f- things in the air don't stop like that. That's what the fuck was that movement? Look.
Drill?
Your Majesty,
Oh,
Get to work.
God.
Oh,
Your Majesty.
please God kill me. If I hear that voice again, I'm gonna just turn off my computer and just sleep on the ground crying. What the fuck is that? Who made that? I thought the fucking Miku was problematic. I thought like the Pecora was annoying. Bro, what the fuck is that? Like the pitch is in the negatives.
It can't sound like that the whole game.
Not like that, Drill. Panoramic.
Ouch! Oh, sorry. I'm a bit rusty.
Oh my god, it's like it's not the pitch is not the problem. The pitch can stay. It's the hertz. It's the fucking quality, the bit quality of it. It's like it's on 8-bit.
There, Ish. I have returned eye and arm to you.
Is Ish
now
our
you
name?
can set off. But do not worry. I shall escort you.
Alright.
Okay, now we're all caught up. It is odd that the Eldritch sarcophagus doesn't plug him into the Matrix, but instead just controls an RC claptrap. But you're now free to wander this asteroid space station amphitheater. There are statues you can interact with that give you more information about the characters
Just
in
like
the
a
story, but not
Starfield.
about the current setting. It is peaceful to explore here. You're just listening to nice Wagner music, and the narration is being done by award-winning actress Charlotte Rampling. They really had set out to make something classy and cultured.
She now has to discover those of freedom.
The fuck? What's with the artillery strikes?
That he was himself one.
Who's bombarding
The
us?
symbol of the new order.
There's
Jesus
no battle I can
Christ.
see. Like, who's being shelled by the... To this day, I have not found an explanation.
Probably
It could
on the
represent
other
a
side of the
galactic war, and
planet,
that's
something
what makes
happening.
Ish's adventure
Something
so
cool.
important, or something like that. Or it could be like the Citizen Kane parrot that's supposed to shriek you back awake. Except Ring delivers that trick every 45 seconds directly above ground for maximum impact.
The Rhine Maiden's gold was sleeping at the heart of the eternal mists.
This is fine anyways
Fuck.
because it's an absolute exposition dump.
I
You get backstories for all kinds of
hate that
characters
sound.
because there are 4 stories to play, and you can play them at any time. So it can't take into account how relevant something will be in that very moment. With that in mind, our first character is Alberic, or Alberish, or
Hello.
Alberich. The game uses all kinds of names for each character. Sometimes it's the original German names for the Norse characters,
Alright.
sometimes it's just the Norse characters, and sometimes it's a translation from who knows where. So Alberic is the king of the dwarves and as spiteful as you'd expect. He's preparing for revenge against the gods, so we'll start with him.
Oh my god.
Alright, got the
Nice.
Fisher-Price Myth selector. Let's go.
Hello, is that Eldritch or is that a new friend? What the?
Your Majesty, my brother, I see you have returned. Now, the mine, the Nibelungen, well, it's not my fault. You see, they've all gone. You must do something.
Holy fuck.
You
Holy
are the king.
shit.
And this I told them. Yeah, they're all gone. Poof.
Have you ever heard someone speaking and the way they say something is so bizarre it just skips over the part of your brain that processes it? Ray
Yeah.
has a few examples of those, and somehow this dude isn't the best at it.
Look, glug or proof of my good faith.
Holy shit. That voice actor had a wet beard or chin. Oh my god.
What?
Your good faith. My dear meme. Fear, repression meme.
Meme? What?
Your good faith.
Mime.
My dear meme. Fear, repression.
What?
These are the words that I'm using to my ears.
There's so much to unpack already. Why is Glug tribute, and what is Glug? It kind of looks like the Dungeon Keeper cover.
That's true. Why it look like a fucking... It looked like that fat professor from the Sonic games. What the fuck was his name?
What am I supposed to do with your ludicrous toys?
If you notice the in-game subtitles being off or not matching the audio, that's in the game itself. You learn that Glug is for the motorbike and can explore around his Albrecht a bit.
Oh,
there
that
is
big
an item
thing.
panel like many adventure games, and
Maybe.
you have Brutality, Glug, and the Ore. There's not much to do in the Forge yet, but Albrecht can tear Meme's ass apart for daring to own a decoration.
An ornament? Here in the foul, stinking half-dark of your forge? Oh, have you suddenly acquired a
What is
taste
that
for
laugh,
beauty?
dude?
You, a squat, moldy, and groveling toad in this palace of hags.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to say either. Well, he wants
Yeah.
to keep it, and this is where Brutality comes in.
Oh my god. Oh my god, he
Don't
struck
get
him.
so angry. You're the king. Take your piece of glass.
I feel like Albrecht wouldn't be satisfied with this, and the game does too, because you can hit him more.
Oh, why are you hitting me?
At least it has different dialogue for every time you hit them. Some games don't have. One NPC says the same shit over and over again. Like, at least that's so stupid.
Because I like it.
Oh
you
my god.
silly gutter dwarf. Because it is my good pleasure, you rotten little cabbage. Because it pleases me, you worthless prince of slime.
The Wagner music is nice, but
That's
out
cool.
of place and looped in a really psychotic way. Unfortunately, I can't demonstrate that much on YouTube, since there are about 500 different people who want to claim the music as their own. So if things seem disjointed, or a part gets muted, or
Alright.
the video itself
So it's all
disappears,
over the place.
you'll know why. Anyhow, Albrecht also collects the Tear of Log, though you might know him better as Loki. It's
Tear
heated
of
forever
Log.
and will always evaporate water that touches it, meaning it's effectively out, or a part gets muted, or the video itself disappears. You'll know why. Anyhow, Albrecht also collects the Tear of Log, though you might know him better
Tear of
as
Log,
Loki.
right.
It's heated forever and will always evaporate water that touches it, meaning it's effectively a nuclear reactor. Our Dwarf King is going to need it for something deeper in the mine. It's not a Mercedes, but it is a motorbike. And you power it with not the energy source. Then you
Glug.
remember that this is what Glug was for, though you have to click in the exact magical spot like you'd expect.
Among the industry's most innovative and feature a particularly fluid and dynamic interactive software engine.
Why is Mandaloregaming playing these games though? I think at some point it's not the game. At some point it's you for going to play a game that IGN about places gave 2.6. So you can't put that video on top of this with low opticity. Oh my god!
Offering unprecedented immersion, both
Jesus
visual
Christ.
and emotional.
You throw minerals for Glug, he eats them, and that makes the motorbike go. You might be wondering, and no, Glug is not in the original opera, but maybe he should be. Alberic makes his rounds traveling Nibelheim, which is awkward to navigate. You would think that you would only need to click again when there's a fork in the path and you need to choose a way, but instead you frequently need to click again just to keep going. It is safe to say that Philippe really went to work on the designs. It didn't translate too well to character models in 1998, but the environments definitely still hold up. Though one of the locations you can visit has what looks like a space marine drinking out of a giant straw. But remember, 40C, not 40K. There's nothing to do here yet anyways, so you can get back on your bike, and Glug will need the minerals every time you turn it back on.
Oh my fucking god.
On the other side of the kingdom, you can visit Alberic's control center. He's looking to get production back in order and has something nefarious in mind. The motorcycle won't take you directly to his lair.
Annoying.
You'll have to ride his dangerous Secret Lab gaming chair to get up into it. This pleases him.
Pum 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 pum.
Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me?
Did have a use as it fits into a puzzle. Each panel tells a history of the god Wotan, or Odin. It talks about how he desired to rule the world, and then did so. When you solve that, you can activate the computer, though it's undergoing some technical issues. Alberic fixes it with his trusty 5-finger solution. The map is now active, and presumably, the system's back online. From here, it should be easy going into the storage room.
Oh my god!
I guess not.
That was a cool sound effect.
The first time I played this game, I couldn't actually save it because it was broken. It's not a huge deal now, but I still feel something burst in my chest when I see that endgame screen. What you need to do is move the tunnel around. That way you won't be aircraft catapulted into the wall. Now that you're not pulverized down into salted pork, you can get your stuff. A few of the vaults next to the big egg are empty, so you'll need to look around carefully. Actually, only one locker has an item, a diving helmet. It's the big egg that contains the anti-gravity gel you need.
Alright. The reason I say it's insane, or like that NPC looks like it had a smallest amount of depth, is because I usually assume that these games are absolutely awful and base level, so I go with the zero expectation to see what they have and just appreciate that what they had the decency to put in the game, right, you know?
Big egg are empty, so you'll need to look around carefully. Actually, only one locker has an item, a diving helmet. It's the big egg that contains the anti-gravity gel you need.
Does the egg look like that in the texture?
You don't know what it's for. With that done, you can head back up. Just make sure to put the pipe back into place and flood the antechamber on the other side of Nibelheim. This is critical to the plan, and so is the meme frog. That was pleasant. Now the magic frog lets Alberic breathe underwater. Ring makes me wonder, was the audio made for humans? The actual music and effect sound peaks can get astoundingly high, and there's no way to just turn off the music, which would have made my life much easier.
Oh my
If you don't go directly back to
it's
the pipe chamber, you can learn a bit more about why the factory is not working.
Why don't you come on up and see me? We have much need to talk a while.
Alright, every fucking game needs to at least have 5. Come on, SFX, music, chatter, and voice. Like normal dialogue voice, you know? And maybe ambience too, because sometimes you don't want in your ear like every fucking second. Jesus,
Why don't you
creepy.
Come on up and see me? We have much need to talk a while with you.
Of course, sir. I'll get into the lift and you can bring me up.
Okay, fine. Something that is normal voice. Oh my fucking god.
You have to be careful not to pancake him with the lever.
Oh my
fucking god. And then the dwarf will
god.
explain what's actually happening. The kingdom is shut down and not producing anything because the dwarves have formed a union and are now on strike. Alberic's about ready to murder him on hearing this, but wants them all to come back to work.
And it just goes to show that work organized on ideals of fairness and mutual effort would appear to be just as productive as your, how can I say this, more kingly methods.
Bro, this voice actor, I know this voice actor. I think he voiced that game. I have no mouth and I have to scream. That game with the 4 people, bro. I think he was one of them. I know this voice. He plays so many of other like crazy weird games.
I want you to work for me again.
You do? Oh, I am honored. However, I do foresee 2 problems. Firstly, nothing in your kingdom works anymore. And secondly, I don't see how it would benefit us. In short, what I mean to say is, let's be honest, not a chance.
Oh,
I think you're going to change your mind.
Alberic's voice acting is fantastic. He's so thrilled to be evil when he has power and just so bitter when he doesn't. But it's his upcoming segment that seals it for me. You equip the diving helmet and go into the chamber you flooded earlier. If you don't click the helmet first, you just die. If you do...
I love it that the game has so many bad ends.
There's nowhere to actually swim
as we can
to.
just die. What the fuck is going on? Then you have to go up then.
My sisters, listen. An ode to the Rhine, and one for Wotan, our father, for having an...
Bro, that reflection legit looks better than the Starfield. Like seriously, if that is a reflection in the water, right?
Trusted us with such a delightful mission. Frolicking all day long in the ever-changing waters, and guarding a sacred treasure.
The treasure is brilliant, spectacular gold. The gold is so spectacular that it can be forged into a ring that will grant the power to rule the world. It's even beyond that. It'll grant absolute power. Wotan has told them to lure away or distract anyone.
Why is there always something that gives up? Like one go. Let's see the goal. Let's see what.
But unfortunately for them, they're dealing with Alberic.
Poor little fish.
Oh God.
You think I find your advances irresistible? No. Go instead and sing your desires to the salmon and the trout.
For blowing off each of the Rhine Maidens, Alberic gets a new key, and then he surfs away.
Okay, that's fucking legit based. I love that.
You go through this a few times.
Elusive as the river, deceptive as a woman.
Oh my God!
Dwarf I may be, yet I am not fool enough to be caught in your net.
Is he adding that music because that's perfect? That down. That is perfect.
Drink peace, happiness, and oblivion from my breast.
Get the fuck out of here.
I have no taste for peace and happiness. And as for oblivion, my little fishy, you're already history.
Holy shit.
Fuck off, I hate being happy.
Yeah, fuck you. I am loving this dwarf, man. I'm loving him. He's such a Chad. What?
The anti-gravity boots let you fly up, but the no-clipping, I have no idea. It's like a playable YouTube poop. After dealing with the fish in the sea, Alberic must endure the Halls of Torment. They might not actually be called that, but it's what they feel like. The environment can be really cool in these sections, but the puzzles become nonsense. Not that our standard was high before, but now you grab a fish and put it in another tank, and then a dolphin eats it, which is actually another Rhine Maiden, and this leads to playing hot potato with a medallion for multiple sections. One will give you a medallion as a gift, and then you give it back, and then you say you deserve it, and someone else needs the medallion, so it keeps going all over the place. Sometimes you click...
Oh, that's the inventory. Oh my God. You have to scroll.
Water and a fish lady comes out. Sometimes you instantly drown. It's one of those classic adventure game moments where doing the exact same thing gets you killed. Do it right and you won't drown or be murdered by the haunted arms.
What? Holy
There's a lot to get
shit.
past in this section, but Alberic's musings do make it entertaining.
Trust is the weak man's favorite excuse. I am a conqueror, not a beggar of human charity. I choose to be rich and warm, a condition which better suits my royal nature.
Good for you, bro.
What's weird is the maidens want him to demonstrate all kinds of qualities, and he could just brush past them, and then he usually dies. Instead, he performs the good deed, they say why that's good, and then he says it's all bullshit.
Well, on this point, I must agree. Sacrifice is indeed a noble thing. In fact, without a moment's regret, I would sacrifice all those who stand in my way.
Elbrick is quickly moving up my list of villains as he gets closer to the gold. There is an option to choose love or virtue or something like that, but it is treated as a game over, which is appropriate for Elbrick. Of course, you can just die here again if you forget to use your diving helmet. As for the good ending, it sure looks like another one where he drowned. So let them sing to the salmon and the trout.
Bruv, I mean, he's the villain. Like, if he's dead, that's a good ending, right? End of part 1. Jesus, the voice.
Well, here is the gold, you walking disaster. It wasn't that difficult. Now, open your ears and gather your few remaining wits about you. You must forge a ring and a crown in accordance with my precise instructions. The world is mine. The Nibelungans, my slaves!
Holy shit!
Nah, you and Glug have to take a final trip to the Astartes chamber. Now Log's tier can be used to power up the factory again, and the ring lets him rule over everyone. This could go a few different...
What have you learned, my son?
I have learned that desire is a cruel mistress. I've seen a man renounce love for gold.
And why did he so desire this
someone
gold?
else?
So Ish gets a little what was that all about lesson, and then it becomes a Heaven's Gate manifesto.
At the dawn of the 21st century, the 9 forms of intelligent life in the universe came into contact with each other. This was to be the second great upheaval in human history. Greed very soon held sway over curiosity, and a war like no other began. They fought for power, riches, and space, which was nevertheless infinite. Soon the 4 most powerful warmongers formed a deadly alliance. Humans
what happened
were on
to
the defeated side.
It may surprise you to learn that this intergalactic war and history, it all goes nowhere. This is brain poison. Learning it can only hurt you. This also makes the framing
that's
even
why
more
I'm trying to
nonsensical.
understand
If Ish is
it.
in the
Oh my
future,
god, you asshole.
It's like a sci-fi setting for us. If he's learning about the ring cycle, shouldn't it be a normal...
Guys, a second. I'm gonna go back 5 seconds. Yeah, very well. Let's continue in the kind of 3, 2, 1, go.
If he's learning about the ring cycle, shouldn't it be a normal fantasy kind of setting? Like the actual Matrix is in the past, or, you know, a video game. The sci-fi elements have nothing to do with the actual stories being told. They're used for puzzles, but other than that, completely superficial.
So they just didn't, they used an old story that used to be in the back, in the like past, and they use it in a futuristic setting without changing the story or the setting to matter to each other.
And that completely superficial. You could argue they're showing Ish a world more familiar to him so it's not too alien and he can understand it. I don't think so. At this point I'm convinced it's a torture device. Did they really think Glug was like Microsoft Clippy? No.
Oh no.
Does this device look anything but evil? No. They're trying to kill me. Personally. You can follow the general gist of the story for now. The actual opera, but the deep lore? Absolutely not. This would be like if I asked you to watch Fellowship of the Ring, asked how you liked it, and then went, oh yeah, it's just like how we're fighting the Greys and Reptilians. And Legolas knows the Earth is flat. That's also true, my son.
What? Okay, I get what he's trying to say. To be fair, what he's trying to say is completely understandable and comprehensible to everyone. But I'm an idiot. That's why I'm saying it like this. The game is just ridiculous to that proportions of, like, you know, if an alternative world happened, which Lord of the Rings happened in this way, Nicholas would imagine, bro, that fell out.
Knows the Earth is flat. That's also true, my son. It makes the whole experience so confusing. All I can do for now is spin the wheel of madness and move on to Log. Loga, Loga,
I'm
Loki.
worried it might become... I'm really worried it might become the future of what's happening to video games. Everything that is... everything political is slowly moving and crawling itself to the video game industry. Like what happened to every AAA game we had in the past year? Oh, political problems and leftist and rightist agendas got involved in those bullshits. And now we don't have good video games anymore. We just have like female beasts and like extremely effeminate males that don't even have that, oh my god, what am I talking about? I should just cut this part. Maybe I'm not gonna do it. You know, they don't have it. They don't have that natural depth that so many NPCs that we love in other games have. Just because someone has a sexual orientation or sex orientation that they have, like, you know, if someone identifies as a female, or it shouldn't be a part of the video game that it immediately tells you about that. Like, that shouldn't be anything. It should be like a note somewhere. It should be like in a secretive dialogue about something that is related to their story. Unless it just becomes another fucking puppet for a politic agenda. There should be a story behind the character that you want people to care about, not just their agenda and their orientation. Someone's identity shouldn't be their sexual orientation, should it? There should be their actions and their, like, a story and everything. But why am I talking about this right now? Because again, as it happened before, not this, like in the game, basically, it's slowly happening again, but in a very, very, very over the top, like falling off the other side, like instead of the right side.
So it's ridiculous. Confusing. All I can do for now is spin the wheel of madness and move on to log. Loga, Loga, Loki, it doesn't matter.
Log was it the name? Not Loki.
My setup really doesn't like that engine sound, but maybe it runs better on yours.
No, it's shit. Oh my god.
Votan, we have completed Valhalla.
Alright, so they don't clearly explain what's happening here, but the original story does. These two Transformers are the giants Fasolt and Fafnir. They were contracted to build Valhalla for the gods, being offered Votan's sister-in-law Freya as payment. Now that they're done, Votan is getting cold feet about the deal. It's just they're playing the scene without any setup to—
What the fuck is that thing? What is that face, bro? Can you see that thing? Can you see that thing? What is... What the fuck is that?
So it looks like nonsense.
Freya, sweet Freya.
Ugh.
Freya with her generous hands, to whom we return each day in search of our immortality.
What the fuck is wrong with your right eye, bro?
I cannot abandon her.
How dare you break your oath? You were the first of all the gods not to...
No, that's some audacity level of idiots.
Keep his word. Freya was promised to us.
Oh my god, you could have done so much more than just switch the fucking voice left and right like a fucking, what do you call it when children play on those things that go up and down? It's like, oh my god, those are so annoying.
Freya belongs to us.
Oh fuck.
The lack of music makes this whole scene extra surreal. Like shoving a frog into diving equipment was worthy of music, but this doesn't make the cut. You just hear Starscream and his brother mad about their payment plan.
We shall keep Freya.
Oh my god!
Gold, Votan. The gold may be our only salvation.
Why is that dude has the best voice ever? Yet the fucking leaders and like the Valhalla masons or creators are like talking inside the like washing machine.
Fuck it.
Alberic has stolen it and forged the ring. I have learned that since then, he has been hoarding countless riches in the gloom of Nibelheim.
Your labor has been immense. Your rewards shall be infinite.
Oh my god! Oh, the fucking lowest, the high pitch gets like whispery a bit, you know? It just whispers more piercing drill in your like brain. Listen!
Your labor has been immense.
Immense? Like what the fuck?
Your rewards shall be infinite. I am not offering you gold, but rather its inexhaustible source.
Ah, stop saying the S word.
You must accept this price.
We have learned to mistrust you, Votan. When we see the gold, and if it is as inexhaustible as you say, then we shall return Freya to you.
Is that Freya jail? It's what? It's an ice cube? I think it's like a tree sap.
Logger, my loyal advisor.
Logger.
Return to Nibelheim. Seize golden ring from the dwarf's filthy hands. Once again, I shall oppose the giants.
Oh, so these are our enemies with him. We are the dwarf, right? Back in Nibelheim.
You go down into the mine.
Alright, so these are the bosses.
And take care of that rat.
This is where hell begins.
Hook! Who goes there? The mine is closed. So no visitors are allowed down here.
Don't kill
no
Blur.
entry. That's right, no entry. So don't you come any further. So
You're dead.
I am, at the moment, working on something that is very, very precious. So about to retreat.
The music loops like this throughout Logga's entire story. It keeps looping and building back on itself to a crescendo that never comes. This talk with Meme goes on forever too, he just wants to see Alberic. Meme explains that Alberic has been working everyone to the bone and is now a powerful sorcerer.
I thought he's gonna kill. Okay, never mind. He's just absolutely different.
Effigies that make scary things appear, or something like that, and that's how he keeps control.
He's terrifyingly good, you know what I mean? He's terrifyingly good.
It's 5 minutes of this, and nearly impossible to retain any of it. Meme mentions there's also a transformation material somewhere that could help you out. We'll see. Now you get to explore Nibelheim again.
Put your backs into it, you processionary pigs!
Alberic has a lot of different lines for screaming at the dwarves.
You processionary pigs!
Alberic has a lot of different lines for screaming at the dwarves.
Work, you repugnant regurgitation from the throat of a old and ugly mother-in-law!
What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here! No one likes you, bitch!
Evolutionary rejects! You have no right to exist! Make yourself useful at least!
Dwarf, bro, you need to kill this bitch.
Grovel, you spineless punchbag!
The man takes so much joy in his work. Now you need to hunt down his effigies, and his gaming lair seems like the best place to check.
Jesus. What?
You've got to do some puzzle nonsense again, but can break into the vault after that. Unlike last time where it was mostly empty, there are 3 effigies here, along with a strange material instead of the anti-gravity yogurt.
What is that big
When
egg,
that's
though?
done, you've got all you need to explore the other side of Nibelheim. It is kind of interesting that Logi surfs around too, but through the air. I'm gonna guess the surfing was saving a lot of animation time. This is where you discover the Volus torture chamber, and what I see when I can't sleep at night. You have to talk to the Scotchy-Moochie Volus, and it is designed to make you crazy. It feels like he contains the activation switch for taking out some politician somewhere. It is a 7-minute tirade about dwarves and I don't know. The delivery, the way the music loops over it. Let me give you just a little bit.
I've devoted my life to them and did what I could to get them to rebel, but in vain. To them, I am just a freak to be laughed at during the break time. They bend over backwards to protect that megalomaniac creep. You won't protect that megalomaniac creep.
Okay, is she talking about us, the dwarf, probably, or no? Or talking about the bitch, the other, the one that is hunting us around us, like me. Oh my god, Logi. Fuck.
You won't even be. You won't even be. You won't.
Bitch, did they get a real retarded person to fucking voice act this? What the fuck is going on? Why did you? No one cuts the fucking line when you. Okay.
Even be able to get close to him. The only solution is to kill them all.
Doesn't that just make your ears sing? The voice always changing, the music endlessly looping for 7 minutes. This legitimately might have been done in one take. I'll leave a link to the full scene if you want to see.
One take, half a take. They don't even take a second to record anything or normalize the voice. And no one listened to it probably to say, oh, this is probably alright. No one quality checked. I mean, why?
See how long you can last. From what I can make out, he says the dwarves still near Albrecht are a lost cause and deserve genocide. Redirecting that water from earlier could cleanse this place from sin. Since he delivered this information like a crazy man trying to impersonate the Master from Fallout single-handedly, I think he deserves to be the first to join the New World.
Oh my god!
The scene cuts are so abrupt, it's like, it feels like being shocked back to life or something. It doesn't matter. Let the river flow.
Just like how cheap can a game be?
My dwarfs! My Nibelungen! He's killed my dwarfs! It can't be! All my dwarfs! All my little dwarfs! Oh, what am I supposed to do now? Mister, I kill everyone and it doesn't stop me from having a blast! What am I going to do without the dwarfs? One little dwarf!
Find one dwarf!
They're all small, alright! Teeny tiny one! Oh, my kingdom for a dwarf!
It's the same fucking music happening again for every fucking cutscene that is not even dramatic
Pocket
enough.
Prince purging, you can confront Albrecht, and it is a doozy. In the original story, Albrecht gets tricked, and here it's something else entirely.
Well, well, well. Wotan has sent me his cherished mutt.
Oh my god. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Mongrel. Yes, Wotan is a god, the god of gods even. But you see, I'm the dwarf of dwarves.
That doesn't mean
the
anything.
Biggest of the smallest, and by far the most vicious, brutal, cruel, sadistic, and dangerous creature under 5 feet tall that you've ever had the displeasure of meeting.
Imagine how much confidence someone has to have to announce that they're under 5 feet as part of their threat.
Yeah.
Loki is here under the order of the god of gods, and Albrecht could not give a single fuck. After some more surfing, Log explains the nature of order, and gives an entire monologue about his perspective of how things go. Loga's performance is also very good, and his cold, calculating demeanor is a perfect contrast for Albrecht. Albrecht's not too bothered by the threats or even the genocide. Instead, he's the most offended by how long Loga's speech is taking, so he decides to end it in an effigy battle.
I call on the insidious arrow with its coat of lies, the poisonous slitherer ringed with all the cunning and ignominy in the world.
To beat him, you have to pick the right monster to battle his. As far as I can tell, the game itself doesn't have any hints, you just have to go with what you think would be the best option. The animation here is neat, and it's a fun but brief sequence. In his defeat, Loga has won the ring. For some reason, the music gets much louder in this section, but Albrecht curses the ring forever. Whoever wears it will only know death and misfortune, and then...
Oh my god! There are rats?
Sure. The ring is entombed instead of a giant egg, and the giants think it's another trick. Getting it out is an excuse to include more puzzles, including a slide puzzle. Slide puzzles are for children, and they're completely incompatible with my brain.
I hate them.
The idea of having to mess a part up to make it work again just doesn't compute.
Stupid.
This is my kryptonite. But after entering that and how many days are in a year, you get the ring. Unbelievably, Wotan tries to cross them again on this, until our narrator Charlotte, the voice of the earth, reminds him that it's cursed.
They fucking like to polymorph them.
Then he gives it to the giants so they can squabble over it. Freya is released from the Whack Crystal prison.
I shall keep what I have earned by right.
Where is... Oh my god, this stupid... Motherfucker, how many misses did you shoot?
You do more puzzles on this combine piano. I don't know why. They don't say why you need to, but you have to. This heralds the beginning of a section that many adventure games have where it just gives up and you mainly get puzzles. It doesn't look cheap most of the time, but the story becomes so gutted that it feels empty even if you do know this story.
When the four divided the universe between them,
please no,
they also laid down their laws. The 5 slave races then began paying for the opulence of this new order with their lives.
Okay, I have to ask,
Opulence.
who or what was Ring made for? The dialogue and themes seem way too heavy for kids, but there are so many certified Looney Tunes moments too, all while telling a German opera fantasy story in a science fiction skin, with large parts of the story either removed or—
But it's not in the same setting even. It's not the setting. It's the setting even is the wrong. Like they made a comedy in a scary setting, but there is no comedy and there is nothing scary. It's just creepy. Everything's creepy and awkward and cringy when it wants to be funny.
Completely changed to make the game go forward. The budget on display is so high for what this is. But even now, knowing the story of Ring and getting the gist of what is supposed to be happening in scenes, it's still a lot of nonsense.
What the fuck was
if
the
you
budget?
don't know the story, it becomes impossible to follow. And don't forget these are stories inside a story, which is even more of a fever dream that's never elaborated on. Playing this without context actually made me feel crazy, in a way no other game has quite captured. There are games that are frustrating or hard or convoluted. This is a Necronomicon that makes sense to somebody. I would love to know what the plan was, like, who was the target audience? It sold a few 100,000 copies, so some adventure game players did pick it up. Anyhow, our third story is Sigmund, and instead of having a long cutscene to set the stage, we just get this.
Okay. What? Just teleport. Okay. Oh my god.
The statue didn't prepare me for this.
Oh,
I did not click at that time. Wolf sense. Nothing. There's nothing relevant, if you could call it that, until the end, so what are the highlights? The door to the house is locked, so Sigmund wanders through the woods.
The adventure.
There are many shots of Sigmund wandering through the woods.
Sigmund.
He goes to his house and uses precious metals
Is that a
to
Swedish
forge
name?
a tiny man. The tiny man can be used to hand-deliver rat poison to a rat living in the cupboard. I'm only assuming it's a rat. The sound indicates it might not be a rat. I think it's a rat. You cross a bridge to get the worms, but you can only see the worms if you use wolf vision, and you deploy the tiny golem man to get those, so you can go fishing because the fish has a key in it. This leads to the ancient temple beneath which is—
Why are we doing this? What? Where are we even?
The fish has a key in it. This leads to the ancient temple beneath which is your
At least
secret
the
lair
sky
where you can
looks
get the
decent,
boat out
maybe.
for the double deluxe hidden Viking funeral. And honestly, I'm forgetting the details, but somehow, all of this shit leads to opening the door. I don't have answers. You have a better view of the game than I do.
Whoever you may be, whether fairy, woman, or apparition, do not send me away. I am a tired and weary stranger. I must rest here.
Damn relatable.
This woman and home belong to Hunding, the warrior. But we gladly offer you his hospitality.
Where is Hunding?
Enter and rest, stranger. I will bring you something to drink.
It
Oh
turns
my
out
God.
the mysterious woman has a persona pin just like Sigmund does. She is Siglinda, his long-lost sister, and he is very, very, very happy to see her. One of the many issues of this is that she's already married to Hunding, and he is not Hundigging it.
What is he doing here? Stranger,
shit.
I can easily recognize in you your errant and wild lineage. You are not welcome in my house.
It's supposed to be dramatic, but Hunding's voice combined with that dialogue sounds like something straight out of Xavier Renegade Angel.
Oh yes? And since when have you been taking such
Oh my god, now I can't fucking erase it.
liberties? I feel greatly deceived. Well,
Oh my God.
so be it.
Oh.
You can spend the night here, but as an attentive host, I feel it my duty to warn you. Tomorrow, at first light, I shall kill you.
All right then, I will
Whether
kill
or
you
not
tonight
you
then.
have a weapon with which to defend yourself.
What Hunding didn't count on was the tiny man slipping him rat poison so you can knock him out and then grab a sword out of the garden.
idiot.
Your reward for enduring this is the budget cutscene.
The evil curse has taken hold of me. My own wife goes against my will. Sigmund loved the wife. He embraced the sister. Twice he violated the sacred laws of
Was this? I mean, I assume this is just done in like that dude's house at like an evening, and then they wanted to record something else somewhere else because were the mics rental? Like, what the fuck is that? This is like worse than every visual novels I have ever read. Like, seriously.
Twice you violated the sacred laws of marriage.
In context of the story, Votan is pissed about his 2 children hooking up. There's a lot of extra context the game doesn't go into, so I won't either. He doesn't want Sigmund to die, but he has to. So he tells his daughter, a Valkyrie named Brunhilde, to make sure he dies and not interfere on his behalf, but she knows that he loves him, and will try to interfere and save him anyways. What we're actually seeing, I find a lot more interesting. Was this concept art they made into the cutscene from running out of time and budget? Was the animation team in a bind and Felipe heroically drew these up last second to patch things up? The world may never know, and it's the only cutscene in the game like this. It's also as messy as ever. They're trying to adapt way too much into this Frankenstein of a plot.
Oh shit! Actual choreography maybe. Oh god! Hello? Bitch, then what the fuck is the point of appearing if you want to kill?
What have you learnt, my son? He was in love with his own sister.
I know.
Exposition, mental torture. Oh my god. You can hear him.
But that does not seem to me to be a bad thing.
No, cut that.
What?
Fuck. What the fuck? I don't want to see Ish get his old man war ideas, and neither should you. Sure, the art depicting the deep lore looks incredible, but like I said before, it's poison. The only thing we saw for sure happen was a real estate deal and incest. You don't get to give me your essay on the real story after seeing that, and then try to tie it into the Four at Tau Ceti and Thetans and whatever else you saw in your episode that day.
Whole armada of rebels. They called him the Prophet. With his small army, he fought the Four on every planet at every available opportunity.
This could never be made today. Not with this budget, not with this many big names behind it. Ring is so fascinating, but so painful. The more I look at it, the less I understand. Brunhilde's story is the last, and while I could get some parts of what we saw before, this section is based on near nothing and just stuff happening.
Yes, my child. You have returned to the crossroads of worlds. There are few places like this that are shared between all civilizations, all ages, and all beliefs.
I have to throw the ending forward.
The task you are undertaking is an important one.
The task is more surfing while the famous Valkyrie theme plays on loop. Not only is there less story here than Sigmund's section, but the puzzles here are the most Moon Logic they've ever been. Apparently, the idea was if you ever got stuck, you could return to the main area and start up a new story. So if players just found Ring too digestible, they could play the whole thing non-linearly. Each character's journey would be for more seasoned adventure gamers. I don't think the term seasoned really conveys what that means. Brunhilde's puzzles are for Stage 4 adventure gamers. The kind where you come to a frozen sea, so you use your magic spear to set a bird on fire, which will melt the whole ocean. This causes a mummy to fall into the water, and lets you retrieve the plank of wood, which of course you can't tell is an object. Then visit Van Dark magic spear to set a bird on fire, which will melt the whole ocean.
What the fuck is that even? I never played an adventure game that is just the logic goes that much of it like outside of existence, like, you know, reality. Oh my god.
This causes a mummy to fall into the water and lets you retrieve the plank of wood, which of course you can't tell is an object. Then visit Van Darkholm and open the secret compartment to reveal this, and now you need the tiny man. Disassembling him, but then making sure to grid match the form of a human being. This will cause the bird to carry him away, and now you have the feather. It's just going between rooms, clicking at random, and watching Brunhilde hang 10. In the actual story, Brunhilde hid Sieglinde, who's pregnant, and then Votan imprisons her. She's already hidden Sieglinde off screen. All this does is introduce new, more confusing forms of random shit.
Why, my father? Who are you?
I'm your father.
This is a new character called Nemesis, who you kill. He says he has a weapon born of Votan. Alright. The puzzles aren't even entertaining in a crazy way, they're just a mundane kind of insanity. The most credit you could give this is that she's sending more souls off to Valhalla, which isn't good, but it's something until things take a turn for the batshit.
Huh?
Solve the infinity puzzle to unlock Brunhilde's ending?
Oh,
that's like infinite torture.
You've been bad again. Naturally, you don't care. You won't get the blame for this. I will. It's always my fault. Really, it's just not fair. If you start that again, I'll get a different doll. Ah, there you are. It's good what you've done. You must go and see your father now.
Creepy kid,
He's angry
get
at you,
away.
you know? But that's unfair too, because deep down, this is all his fault. Nemesis was right.
What the fuck is going on here?
I destroyed Nemesis.
You're so naive. You did not destroy Nemesis. You have become Nemesis.
I don't understand.
Nemesis.
Leave that
Why
for
are you
later.
why can't you say Nemesis? What the fuck is wrong with this fucking dialogue? Why don't you, if she can say Nemesis, she can say Nemesis too.
Secrets are for telling.
Nemesis.
First, go and see your father. Go.
If there are any experts in the ring cycle, please tell me what the fuck is happening.
I don't know. It's like, are they supposed to like replicate Silent Hill bullshit or like Resident Evil bullshit? That feeling of a weird bullshit ending that is just come out of nowhere, like the dog. But that was just creepy and weird. I think those motherfuckers need to be on the watch list.
Head, miserable thing.
You are no longer my daughter! I exclude you from the immortal lineage forever!
Bitch!
And forever shall you be banished from my sight!
Father.
Wait, if that's the main area and Ish is back there, what's happening? I thought he was observing the story, but now he's right there. Did they have to use this area for some technical reason, or is this part of the story? Well, whatever the case, this is the part we were supposed to see much earlier. Votan imprisons her asleep in a treacherous area that only a worthy hero can get to. That whole level was completely pointless.
What have you learned, my son?
We learned the Earth was destroyed and that humans' memories are probed for entertainment by alien masters. The story of the ring is engraved into our DNA.
Okay, where are we? Where are we now? Where the fuck are we in the story? Okay, there were 4. My brain, I think, just stopped work. Give me a second. Let me turn on the cooler for a second to cool down, because this is getting ridiculous. Like, okay, I'm sorry. The video is not the problem. I legit have a headache right now. I don't know why, but there is no line. There is no line I can grab and follow. It's all over the place, the story. So I legit am getting a headache. But let's see how things move to other arcs. 3, 2, 1.
What have you learned, my son?
We learned the Earth was destroyed and that humans' memories are probed for entertainment by alien masters. The story of the ring is engraved into our DNA. It's sort of like the Animus, except instead of a person's memories, you can just watch the entire Nutcracker. The point of all of this is then revealed.
The 4 have just discovered an enemy and they need you to combat him.
But I'm not a warrior.
That is not what they're looking for.
Then
the greatest of strategists would be useless to them in the face of the threat that is fast approaching.
What?
So, what do they want of me?
Yeah.
They wish to restore a god to the universe.
Ooh.
To lead their people into a battle with all the fury and determination which only faith can ignite in man. Although this god is not a phantom. He exists. Or should I say, he will exist.
Ooh. So, they're gonna make us a god, I think.
This god
is you? Please tell me. Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Now,
your final item is receiving death. Thank you, Votan. You won't regret it.
I awoke as if from a dream. Did I regret waking? Or was I happy to see the dream end and a better day begin? I cannot say.
What?
I felt as if I had reached out and touched the secrets of the universe.
I feel the same way. I feel like I saw something I shouldn't have. However, Ring was a 4-part opera, and this only very loosely covered the first 2 parts. So all they can do is just reflect on Ish being God.
I knew that the adventure would not stop here. But I was enjoying this
The pain in his voice. Oh, please.
unexpected moment of respite. With my eyes lost in the stars and all my thoughts directed towards this dream of a warrior woman imprisoned by the flames.
How funny you are. You play and you think that all is well, that it does not really concern you. But in the end, you will all be part of my game.
Oh my god, get the fuck out of here, you creepy kid.
Incomprehensible. Thank you. Is the girl on the TV the extra-galactic threat and she can intrude into the story somehow? Now my headcanon is they tried to show Ring to Ish, and then this thing came and infiltrated it and just made it crazy to try and sabotage their new god. It's an...
Okay, the kid kind of explains why he would be so aggro toward literally every existence that it sees.
Actual crazy chamber. Even if you could perfectly follow the story, there's not a lot to come to Ring for. There are some cool environment designs and a few great character moments, but those are so far and few between the crazy. Most of the puzzles are deranged and without much context to make them really worth doing. And we're done with our best character far too early on. The game is currently not sold anywhere and hard to run and hard to find. It's not worth that journey. I mean, hell, it's not even the full story. That wouldn't be done until Ring 2. Ring got bad scores. Ring 2s were even worse. People who are mixed or even liked Ring hated it. Does the box spray corrosive acid on you?
What does it say? The more I played the game, the more I just sat there staring at my computer and shaking my sadly. Oh, fuck. Still makes little sense and the words are at times diabolical, but sense of fun was gone. It felt tired and pedestrian, rather than compellingly bizarre and outrageous. Okay, to be fair, this dude is the first audience necromancer that he mentioned in the beginning of the video. Like people who actually enjoy this kind of creepy and stuff. It's like weird, bizarre, headache-inducing games. So I understand that even them hated this, that's when you're like the devs actually just got away from whatever the fuck they were doing. If they were doing anything in the beginning.
Or something? I tried a lot over the years. A friend sent a physical copy, but I can never get it to work, and that's fine because some mysteries are better left unsolved.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh god. It works now.
Oh no.
And I might not be able to get it working ever again. I've gutted my PC to play and record this, and I'm not going to do it again. I don't want to read comments or get emails about coming back to Ring 2. It has to be over. So to hell with it.
Fuck! Alright, give me a second. I need to go wash my face because I need to be ready for the fucking whatever the fuck is the next one. Yeah! Very well. I'm high and ready. Let's continue. Ring 2. Bro. Oh my god. 3, 2, 1. Go.
Let's complete the cycle and find out why even the Ring enjoyers hate this one.
The ring must be destroyed.
This is the first time I've seen him on the deck. Hey, Ish, do you think the warrior's already tired of his female prisoner?
Hold your tongue. Do you not know who this man is?
He is a vassal of King Gunter, but I do not know his name.
Ish, you who know better than I, tell him who our hero is that we are bringing back to the fortress of our overlord, and say also who it is he went to find and why she is being kept in chains.
Oh my god.
This warrior, friends, is Siegfried, and the sword he carries by his side is Northam, whose blade was forged by Wotan in Valhalla. But today, he is leading his beloved to her damned marriage as her page boy. Yet he does not know it. Poor man.
So Ring 2 is supposed to continue part 3 of the cycle, but starts with a flash forward of part 4, and now Ish is just in the story. I didn't think Wagner could have a basement order, but that's the future we live in. The sound has gotten worse.
The air! The air! Oh, does he think the metal will melt alone?
Meme is back with a new voice, which makes him way more tolerable to listen to.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to interact with, and I can't even see my mouse pointer. It could be a graphical issue, which wouldn't surprise me, but I think I could... Oh my god, you're a person now? This is a big departure from the point and click we had before. How the screen is framed isn't great though, so let me fix that. You'll miss the item window, but that's not worth it. Now that we
Bro, the budget went up, it moves now!
Can all see, what the hell am I? I'm a child
Actually, I mean, it
in what
doesn't
appears to be a
explain.
deep-sea mechanical gimp suit. It's like Rapture's Big Daddy prototype. The little boy. It looks like he's trapped in permanent Dota 2 posture. It looks like your life is now spent doing tasks for Meme. I'm not sure if Albrecht knows about him having the boy slave yet, but I bet he'd have some cracks about it. Getting the bellows started looks like it should be an easy click drag, but it is not. The detection for it is horrible, and it feels like trying to wrestle it over anything. After some musical forging where you strike the hammer after the note and not on it, the child causes a fire.
No!
After some musical forging where you strike the hammer after the note and not on it, the child causes a fire.
No! Fire!
Fire!
Oh, I knew it. Why did the gentle dwarf waste his time looking after him all these years? Why? Oh. Well then... Or is he not going to do anything to put out the fire?
Can you...
He should take the water carrier near the pond.
This way. This way.
The sound in Ring was never great, but this feels so much like a void. There are barely any layers to the effects. I do prefer this over playing a point-and-click game. For now.
Yeah, it feels like you at least has more agency.
The sound design is fantastic. Glad to see Ring come back to life. That suit is like the exact opposite of Enya.
Wait.
Fantastic. Glad to see Ring come back to life. That suit is like the exact opposite of Enya.
Moko below, sail away. What is Enya? Give me a second. So apparently it's an Irish. She's an Irish music singer, probably. I hope that's the same one. So basically he's dissing her, or he's dissing the suit. Who I don't know. Probably she's good, so he's dissing the suit.
He must strengthen the ceiling. He must go out and take a trunk back from outside, close to the stumps. Quick!
Well, at least the music is pleasant, and it does seem to loop a lot more smoothly. Ring 2 never has a literal torture chamber like the first game did. It's still pretty unique visually, except Ring 2 came out in 2003. That's 5 years after the original, and 3D graphics were advancing at light speed back then. And man, they are really pulling back the camera.
Yeah, and there's like, look, there's some maybe anti-aliasing problems here. When the suit moves.
I guess because it's an open space, but Jesus Christ, are they going to open Google Earth next? You could argue that Ring was very tunneled in and claustrophobic, and this is trying to make things more obvious, but you might want to save that thought. Without a doubt, they desperately want the story to be more understood, as the menu now has spark notes. There's also no mention of the Galactic War, or the Four, so someone may have noticed that was completely insane and scrapped it entirely. But Ish is still around, just placed into the story as a narrator instead of Charlotte Rampling, who probably had much better.
Why the fuck are the soldiers look so fucking stupid? Like, why they look so fucking dumb? Like, what is that suit? Who made that suit? I assume that's like it looks like an Egyptian, maybe, suit from medieval times. It probably wouldn't look stupid on like a person who is like in a desert with a fucking spear and like one of those like ears and shit. Like on them, it looks so dumb. If it's not white at some points and maybe blue on the chest and white on the top, or blue on the top and white on the chest, because that usually makes sense, right? Blue cap. So why the fuck do they look so dumb? Why go with the worst color, like, separation? Oh my god.
But Ish is still around, just placed into the story as a narrator instead of Charlotte Rampling, who probably had much better things to do. It's clear Philippe is still on board, and he's done production design for actual performances of Ring. It could be he's just a huge fan, and his concept art for Ring 1 looks awesome, though they did chicken out not giving Albrecht that codpiece. Regardless if you own any concept art or sketches from either of the games, they're very valuable. It's rare for any game to have zero redeeming qualities. There are some neat aspects about these games, even if it takes years off my life to play them. Getting back to it, the trip to go get wood doesn't go well.
Gravity is low probably on this planet. What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh shit, you're naked.
The birds have freed the child from Andrew Ryan. Welcome to Ring 2. That's our title drop. Confused? Read the Spark Notes. This is a terrible way to tell a story. Let's see how we do without it. I'm sure it'll be just fine. I'm now a babe in the woods, but a different kind of babe went up that tree root. That should be a good starting point.
Child, my child, come and show me how strong and handsome you are.
What?
Come to me. Come.
What the
I don't want to go up the tree anymore.
Do not go there.
You do not wish to come?
No!
Do I frighten you? Oh, come now. I am close by, as I've always been. Come.
Ring 2 is taking a very weird, very French turn. I can't see her any
Oh my god.
ways because I don't have the tools to climb up. The method to do so is scattered around this huge field, and Ring 2 has a new nasty surprise. You can only hold one item at a time. That means if I need to combine it with another item, I'll need to physically go there and do it right there. Otherwise, you'll pick up the new item and leave the old one. This has disaster written all over it, especially with how big this area is.
Oh my god, that is devious. Can you get a backpack?
Thankfully, sometimes the items do have a shine on them, which is something, but it means having the wrong item for a puzzle sends you trekking around again.
Bro, you have to have like a text map of where each item is. So, and you have to cross it and then change it every time you go, and that's disgusting. Who made that?
For this one, you need to free a bowl so it can pull apart some branches and reveal your prize. Even with the one item restriction, this is decent. I cut out the bowl, tied the rope to a hook, put that on the bowl, lured it over with a flower. I understood what I did and felt kind of satisfied getting the dagger, instead of feeling pure despair wondering what I was witnessing. These moments were so rare in the first game, and it's a good sign. Oh, fuck.
Here comes your past, bitch.
You? Who are you to dare to rob the dead? And with me, you would take that risk?
Never mind, not past. Excuse me?
We were so close. It was so easy. Oh well, let's see what this trusty lady has.
Why couldn't we just loot the corpse and it has like a gold in it and like 2 bones? Like any other fucking good game.
Come closer. Do not be afraid.
Where are your legs, man?
Like
oh,
that.
It's behind the thing.
Good. Tell me, do you remember me? My face?
Oh my
gaze?
god, no.
The beating of my heart? Does none of this evoke the slightest memory? The dwarf had promised to be your tutor. I see he kept his word, but he chose to teach you the most perfect ignorance.
Oh, it's a lady on a rock. I thought it's a fucking rock girl with a head on it. That doesn't look like a dress at first. That looked like blood.
In
Jesus.
your soul, I can tell that he kept everything
looks
from
more
you,
pleasant
even
now.
your name.
Bald.
A name? Only Mime has a name. Nothing else in the world exists but him.
Oh, now he's Mime. He was Meme in Ring, so I'm gonna keep that. I'm fairly sure it's supposed to be Mima, but my brain is so rotted from these games, I'll never remember the names correctly ever again. Who am I gonna talk about?
What is it? Tell me in the comment, what is the current there is an original thing that the first and this game is made of, right? What was it in the book?
The Ring of the Nibelungen 2 in real life, who cares? Knowledge of these games is not something I take pride in, this is a curse.
Look, here is the border.
It is.
Decide to cross it, and you will lose your certainties. That I promise you. I can see pain and anguish. Death even.
It's a redesign, but clearly Siglinda. She says he must go out into the world and learn the truth, or forever be trapped in Plato's meme cave. The child is Siegfried, and the entire game only follows him. So instead of bouncing around, we'll have something more consistent and straightforward. Let's cross the border into the real world.
This is kind of reminds me of, okay, you remember, some people hate Bioshock Infinite, some people love it. I love them. I love all Bioshock games, all three. But I would say, this kind of is like that, 1 and 3, like 1 and Infinite. The first ring was like, we're in the gutter, everything's dark, there's loud bullshit happening everywhere. To be fair, Bioshock 1 was a fucking masterpiece to some degree. But Jesus Christ. And this is kind of like Colombia, you know? The light, there is angelic beings, a lot, this girl is weird, I don't know. Why are we naked? Why do we look like a fucking angrier Tarzan? What the fuck is going on? But yeah, let's continue.
Or maybe just die. Ring 2 has introduced some platforming. It's one of the most pathetic jumps I've seen in a game. It's not even a jump really, it's more like a frolic. I didn't know you could condense frolicking into a single unit, but there it is. After frolicking over the gap, now you can go into the real world. There's some drone cam footage of Siegfried, and now we're in the world. The world is a scary place.
Oh my god! Is that the death screen? How can we like enter fighting mode? What the fuck is going on? This is a real-time game, oh my god.
The first of Siegfried's trials is getting past the spider, which is easy if you take it slow. After that, you find a strange altar, which is going to need some objects. This is where things get trickier.
Oh
Here,
shit.
Log, God of Trickery awaits you. If you know the virtues of vigilance, walk confidently towards him. He gives his gifts to those who know how to listen to the signs.
The sign is listening for the calling of crows. A certain sound indicates the fire in the tunnel will stop for a moment, and once you figure it out, it's pretty straightforward, though it still takes a while. We see a statue of our old friend Log, and grab his bowl. First item down fairly painlessly, but it doesn't go on the altar, it just makes a new triangle. So it should form the same symbol on the dagger.
Okay, that's
one more to go.
nice.
This one is far down a path among a bunch of lava pools. It's worth the jog though, because you end up getting fucking Mjolnir. This is good timing too, because now the way back is filled with demons.
Oh shit!
You can't use the item on them, there's no way to fight them, and I looked in the manual and there is an attack button, but it doesn't do anything.
I find this a bit more compelling. Like you're actually doing something. Instead of clicking on something, waiting for a weird cutscene and some annoying voiceover to go on. This is actually decent. I don't know why people hate it. Let's see.
All you can do is stand there and die.
Maybe the
so I
gameplay gets
loaded up an
awful.
old save, and now I can rotate. Restarting the game, now I can rotate and aim and throw it. Which I thought would be it, but playing it again for this video, you're locked in place and just use the attack button and always hit the demons. This section is bugged to hell with 1L and back,
Okay,
but I
that's why
successfully
probably.
got rid of
that's just
Mjolnir.
dumb.
I'm not sure about that.
Wotan, the protector and guide of those for whom even the sun at noon does not obscure the stars in the sky.
Hello! What the fuck? Oh, those are the... Oh my god, those crowds helped us! Those crowds helped us in the fire pit. Fucking hell.
Oh Christ, is that the city from
God.
Scorn? Well, no, because it looks too mechanical, but it's way more horrific for me because it has a slide
Yeah, it
puzzle.
looks dwarven.
I hate slide puzzles so much.
Everyone does. No, I seen some
This
people
leads
do
to
it and
the
enjoy it.
Cavern of Alchemy,
I hate
or
them.
something like that. It involves putting elements in a device and speeding up or slowing down the flow of time to age them. This also sounds like it should be awful, but it's also not too bad. There are straightforward instructions, you just have to be careful advancing the sands of time. As the materials age, Siegfried does too, and if you don't stop the sands from falling, then he will as well.
Oh, that's so cool!
When you do it right and get a diamond, something happens.
Excuse me? What the fuck is going on?
I even brought this up again. It doesn't help. You're back to child form and
Never
discover
does.
a giant air
The first game
conditioner,
was
or maybe a big
ridiculous.
vent. Who knows?
I thought we're a man again.
You have crossed the worlds of the gods, giants, and dwarves. Now that you face the world of men,
decide whether you will be a hero or a slave there.
Oh shit, 3D fucking audio! What the fuck? That was so good!
This kid just keeps getting decked by fireballs.
At some point he's gonna get fires. Oh my god!
Nothing but a meal for rats.
The secret to this one is to throw rocks into the AC so that the wind comes up and will deflect away his fireballs. You have to time it just before his attack is finished charging, or else you're gonna get decked again. The wind won't last forever, but each time you thermostat parry him, your status in the world will go up.
Slave, such will be your rank among men, and they will leave you the same scraps as they give their dogs. Your days will be grey and your wife ugly, but you shall live without begging.
You have to do this 6 times.
Oh my
And if
god!
you screw up, you go back. Is
Who
this a
says
boss
a kid
fight?
that shit?
I can't tell. I didn't think this story would take me to fighting a stand user with an air conditioner, but here we are.
Where the fuck is the AC? Is it down there, right? Put it there.
Anyways, you grind your way
Why
from being
is
a
there
slave to the
AC?
king and hero of men.
Probably not an AC, it was just like natural wind.
Alright.
Oh, crows! Crows probably are doing this or something. What the fuck? Okay, that's not crow then. Move a man. Crows can't do shit.
Finally, we're at the Cave of
That
Crushing
can be a cool
Pillars and
t-shirt.
Depressed Mystical Trees.
Your sharp blade. Why use it to destroy my last refuge?
What the
My life was nothing but a dull labor. Have I not deserved the gentle torpor of the forgotten?
This is the face of... Oh, okay,
In the shadows for a bronze coin, a leather belt, or a piece of bread.
Why has my tomb been lacerated? Did I not obey my destiny by being a faithful and subservient woman?
Boy, those thumping of the pillars are really adding a lot to this. If you've never lived in an apartment, this is what it's like to watch anything. Luckily, it's not too hard to cross it, and really, it's kind of weird how easy.
I have my brother and sister upstairs. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, sometimes they're walking, sometimes they're moving chairs, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I get it.
Is to get across. That's it.
That's alright. Elaborate.
Ah, there it is, but I still have the dagger, which does not count as an item.
A warrior. It is a warrior holding a weapon bearing the sign of Wotan. One of Wotan's warriors, the gods of gods. He who denies us entry to his kingdom.
In Valhalla, fortress of the asses, where fearless warriors dine.
That's enough of that. These waters finally morphed Siegfried out of being a child. He has now digivolved into an awful fusion of Kratos and Caillou. Meanwhile...
Do not fear me, creature. I could have broken your neck if I wanted to.
Please, someone kill that
But I'm
thing.
nothing but a simple wanderer.
Legate Linnaeus shows up in Hassel's meme for a while. He reveals that he's related to Siegfried, and when the child
decent,
returns, he will surely kill Meme. This goes on longer than it needs to, but you could say the same about the actual play.
He shall know fear no longer. He shall know fear no longer. And he shall kill me. He shall know fear no longer.
Oh my fucking
Fear
god.
no longer.
I think he'll fear no longer. Back with
Yes.
Siegfried, a
That's why
Panzer
he
is being
needs to
harassed
die.
by several undead warriors. If you want to know how far off the range we are, finding a bear is one of the first things that
10
happens
undead.
in the
Oh
actual
my
story.
fucking...
There is a Looney Tunes rock up here to knock over, so that makes it simple.
So, alright. No animating.
Oh, shit.
You just hit that motherfucker.
Kiss my soul.
I just saved you!
The key is to adjust the stick, which can't go too far to the left, but it'll work.
Oh,
this leaves a
that's
single
cool.
skeleton, which the bear still can't take on his own. If you're too slow, the bear will die, but if you go in and try to fight it yourself, the skeleton will murder you. The answer here is to lure it into the ancient, powerful... big magnet.
Oh, we have a bear, man. Don't let it eat your fucking
Man, this
head.
is fucking weird. I'm just realizing that.
Valiantly, you have crossed the lands of gods, giants, dwarves, men, and the dead. Now it is only right that you should enjoy your name and live up to it too.
Here you are, a man at
now?
last. Now you can make the inheritance of your ancestors your own. Find Notham, the sword I broke on Votan's spear, and forge it again. With it, you will become unrivaled among men, and you will herald a new age. One where they may plant their banners in the firmaments of the gods.
Can I get a backpack?
We, your parents, Sigmund and Siglind, have named you Siegfried. Like us, you belong to the line of the Valkyries.
So Sigmund has gone through one hell of a redesign too. Not to mention we saw him die. Both his parents died. Siglinda just died giving birth off screen and everyone talks about them like they're dead. But because things are such a mess, they're now exposition ghosts. Go get the sword from Meme, you little weirdo.
Revive gods, they're immortal.
This is how a human knocks.
No, he must leave. Mime can...
I've seen idiots who knock like that. Some of my fucking friends do that.
do nothing more for him. Nothing more. Nothing more. Nothing more.
Stop
Okay, Mr.
saying
Meme.
one
Meet
thing
Bear.
89 times.
Now we're in. You have to hunt around for the little dude
Love
since
it.
the bear exploding through his door alarmed him, but he doesn't have many places to hide.
He's
Please.
strangling his good
Please,
companion,
make it
strangling
quick.
him. Is this his reward for the
God.
care he's lavished on him? Washing the swaddling clothes of all three of them, beds hewn from fresh granite and mud soup with its fleshy tadpoles. Is he not grateful for all that to Mime? His father
What the
and his
fuck are you
mother and
saying?
Enough, stupid dwarf.
He says he doesn't know anything about the sword, but that's what Bear is for.
Enough! Enough! He will speak! He will speak! Oh, please stop the pain!
He still doesn't.
He will tell! He will tell
Oh my God.
everything!
Meme claims he chucked the sword out in the woods. So Siegfried forces him to take him there, but for some reason leaves the bear behind. These games are full of bad
Why?
calls.
This way!
When you can't pick up a fucking like assault rifle in like some Amnesia game or some Amnesia clone game.
But Mime cannot really remember any
So
longer.
it's the same.
Oh.
Like a pistol.
In any case, he does not want to go any further. Oh no! No, he will not go any further.
Move your fucking ass!
It's still not clear what any of this will accomplish. Where on earth is all of this going?
But we
Well,
want the
time to
sword.
find the
We're
sword.
going to the sword that the mom said. What the fuck was that?
It turns out the trees are electrified, so I need to keep my distance here. Looking around, the spiders are mechanical and their venom can be exploited. That solves the tree problem.
Oh.
I'm not sure what that was about, but it did the trick.
Like,
Now you
the
can crawl
tree
through and get...
short-circuited.
Oh my god, I don't know what I did. It may have just spit me out at the wrong angle, so this might do it. What the fuck even happened that
Get
time?
hit to the
And when
other
you look
tree.
at that, it was a bug after all. Now that I'm clear of the hell trees,
Fuck me,
lure
man.
the spider over, it dies to the tree, and now you can find the crop.
Wait! Why the fuck did the other tree blew up? Because that's the same fucking mechanical fucking spider. My god, the organisms on this planet are mechanical. It seems like they have... Oh my... That's weird, right? Imagine that.
For some reason, I'm thinking about that death screen a lot. Is that one of the most dramatic game over screens in a video game? I'm just thankful it's relatively brief and not something like too human. There's a bridge in your way that gets weirdly larger as you cross it. Or maybe you're shrinking down. You could be crossing into the land of the giants, but Sigmund said you beat that already. Maybe he doesn't know what he's talking about.
You're absolutely shrinking. Look at that.
Crossing into the land of the giants, but Sigmund
Look at that. Each step is like one fucking scale. What the fuck?
said you beat
Look
that already.
at that.
Maybe he doesn't know what he's talking about. Nobody knows what they're talking about. At least the door just opens without a slide puzzle. Okay. Wait for the spider to pass. Who would think there would be a sneaking section? Ring 2 really has it all, huh? Were they just throwing everything at the wall to see what... Oh, fuck. After
Oh my god. That got me.
Many trials. I get past the spider and see what's happening. But it almost caught up with me.
Oh my fuck. That is really a giant. Don't kill it. Don't kill. Poor spider. Spider Bros. #Reddit.
So, dwarf, will you tell me about this treasure?
Oh, thank God it's Albric. Finally, a good character. We've been lacking the bite and power he brings, and I'm so relieved for more one-liners.
It is Alberish, king of the dwarves, whom you are addressing. Release me, or my people will avenge me, and your filthy beasts will die of indigestion, eating the remains of your bloated and ugly corpse.
What? No. What happened? They recast him? I mean, the original voice actor had a lot going on in this period, but this is devastating. The Giant's talking about his track record like the dude we know, but he's just not matching up to it. Besides the change in voice, his own zoning sucks too.
It was easy. They are too sure of themselves.
This isn't Alberic or Alberish. This is Albapor. The Giant wants the gold, but as we know, he no longer has it.
No, for pity's sake, I know nothing more, I swear. Have mercy on Alberish, king of the dwarfs, deceiver of the Rhine harlots. I shall be your jester, your...
It sounds more like easy to on the ears, but yeah, it is boring. Just
Clown, I will make you laugh. I will serve you, but mercy, mercy.
And what has desire given me so far? Merely mockery, scorn, and a bitter taste in my mouth. I thus take my leave, light-hearted, abandoning desire to fools, so that I can pursue higher ambitions.
Oh my god, yeah, that is
Was this a Darkseid 2 situation?
Jesus.
I feel like there's a story here. Regardless, Albric cries so hard that the spider no longer wants to eat him because his body is covered in salt. Is this the main reason why Ring 1 fans hated Ring 2? Honestly, that is so justified.
Yeah.
The Giant leaves, and now you're free to explore.
Like the main character is shit now. What?
Hey, you! I don't know what you are doing here, but I implore you, save me from the terrible fate that awaits me. I am the king of the dwarves. If you free me, I can do many things for you. No, I can do everything for you.
Siegfried only cares about the sword, which the fake Alberic has seen. If Siegfried gets the key and frees him from his cage, he'll tell him where it is. Navigating around the cliff down is bizarrely perilous. You can just fall through the ground and die if the game decides it.
Oh my
Alberic
god,
did
that's so
accidentally
weird.
and pathetically stumble upon a spider defense. If you crawl up into a storage bin, you can cover yourself in salt. It's also worth mentioning even older Siegfried still has the Frolic. I guess I've been feeling covered in salt this whole time, huh? Well, after that it gets trickier, like some ladders that you can't actually climb because they bug out sometimes, so I had to restart the game again. I wander this room for far too long and finally take a frolic of faith and see what I did wrong. These games will never stop surprising me.
Of that old,
Tell me where the
Prince of
sword
Persia game
is.
on DOS.
In the trunk, near the table, in there.
When there's like a guy with a blue belt or something jumping, and there's like poison and like darts coming from the ground.
Now put the key in the lock and turn it.
Unfortunately, the Giant is back and Albric is not freed. He'll have to talk his way out.
You have convinced me. I shall tell you how you can seize the gold I took from the Rhine maidens, but you are going to have to be brave.
But I am brave.
You are?
You will have to be magnificent.
I am magnificent.
Oh my fucking
you
god,
will
such
have to
a
be
baby.
Superb.
But I am super.
Alright, come on. The dwarf convinces the Giant that the gold was so bright he had to practice staring at the sun in order to endure it. This easily convinces him to try. Love me gold? Simple as.
If you did it, then so can I, and I shall do it better.
No, you cannot do it.
Yes, I can.
Oh, really? Then show me. Stand by the window
idiot.
and look at the sun as long as you can without closing your eyes. And be careful,
Holy
I will
shit.
be watching you.
Holy shit, what a
This
fucking
gets
idiot.
dark.
It doesn't hurt. Think of the gold. Think of the gold.
The sky is darkening, dwarf. Clouds are gathering.
It does not matter. Keep going.
The Giant might end up needing a seeing eye spider. I can't imagine how the real Albric would have handled this part, but I would have loved to see it. Once he's blind, it's easy to get the sword, free the dwarf, and get out.
Can we kill him? Jesus.
Alberich, a curse on your filthy race. Alberich, come back!
Nobody is hurting me. Nobody is telling me to stare at the sun.
You do your work and reforge my father's sword for me.
No, it cannot do it. The gentle blacksmith cannot do it.
Why?
Yeah, fine, I'll do it.
Oh. Oh shit, it's musical? How good is the sword?
Caillou's going to the zoo whenever he wants now. He demands to find a worthy opponent he could slay to become a hero. Meme directs him towards Fafnir, who still has the ring. You remember Fafnir, right?
And you have more than abused our patience.
That dude's a fucking
Well, Fafnir is now a
cyborg.
dragon, and his lair looks fucking awesome. Why is he a dragon now? It helps him guard the ring better. Actually, since I mentioned Lord of the Rings earlier, you might be wondering if this actually inspired any of Tolkien's work. He has answered this directly, saying, "Both rings were round, and there the resemblance ceased." It's a neat lair, and actually knowing where things are building up to is a great improvement. Though this has come at a great loss because now Siegfried's death scream is gone.
Lovely. Oh shit, that's a very, very scary puzzle. Oh my god.
It also has one of the most needlessly long booby traps, with the least satisfying payoff I've seen in a game. You cross the don't break the ice tiles, then have to walk all the way back and wait for this spike wall to cross.
Yeah, that is...
Holy shit.
That is too much. Oh my god. There should be a lever there that just pushes it down.
This genuinely feels like a bit.
Wow.
That's the sound it makes, huh?
And it doesn't
There is
make...
an altar with a slot for a shield in the cave, not to actually fight the dragon with, but to reflect light into his eyes to wake him up. I wouldn't call it a dragon, but it is a cool design. And unlike some of the other overhauls, it actually calls back to how he looked in Ring 1. It's a fun detail.
Let's fucking... Oh my god. That's actually cool.
Human smell. Smells. I sense that you are
You're mechanical.
curious.
How can you smell?
And desire. But not for the gold. Not the gold. You are looking for something else.
It all built up to this.
What do you mean? Can we kill?
There's no music. There are barely any sound effects at all.
What the
I did look
fuck?
it up. It's not bugged. This is how it is.
To you who have beaten me, I can reveal my secret.
What the fuck was that? That was worse than Cyberpunk's first montage. What the boss battle is done for you in a cutscene.
The secret is he has the ring.
Oh shit.
Siegfried has done it. He levels up. He does get the ring, but that was one of the worst dragon slayings I've ever seen.
Yep.
Outside, a talking bird warns Siegfried about the ring. It knows about him because it's seen his life weaved by the Norns. Norns are the Norse version of the Fate Weavers. You've seen these before. What's more pressing is Meme coming with Detective Halligan's own brand.
Before you leave, will you share the sacred mead with mine? Will you at least show gratitude for all the care he has lavished on you?
That's not weird editing, it does play the sip sound before he actually sips it.
I think...
We've been seeing the Norns the whole time. Right there. So what you should do is not take the drink.
Enough! Oh, I should have killed him when he was still floating in his mother's entrails. No!
Oh yes, finally. Oh my god, finally. Oh, hallelujah.
And so...
Oh, right, Ish.
Siegfried set off in search of the Hindafjall rock. That mysterious place Fafnir spoke of just before his death. A marvelous treasure awaited there, more rare and more intoxicating than gold. Brunhilde, the Valkyrie, beloved daughter of Wotan, the god whose authority she once ignored and whose decree she disobeyed.
It's a stealth section, and the camera has never been farther. There is a bit of music punishment here, since one part is way louder and more distorted than anything else. It'll sneak up on you as it loops. It is some jank moving through these screens, and the perspective is all over the place. You auto-crouch behind certain objects, but you're not actually hidden in most of them. If you do get caught, you'll draw a sword like you can fight, but you know how this goes. It's an odd little section because you don't sneak for too long. When you do use your sword, it's to break into their storehouse and grab a bomb. It's the day of reckoning for the pig people.
Oh shit!
With the fence down, you can go deep into their city and penetrate the dungeon holding Brunhilde. This part requires the fastest reflexes in the game, but it's more jank than difficult.
We're 100% black. Me too.
Frolic through the traps and you're one step closer to Brunhilde. I've gotta say, the speed of events is really picking up pace now. If you hadn't guessed it by now, this dude is Wotan in a dramatically different redesign. I mean, if you know who Odin is, you can actually recognize him now compared to before. Here, he wants to regale Siegfried with the tale of Brunhilde. We've seen it already. I would rather not relive that, so time for a new incredible fight scene.
Do you think I know fear?
What is going through his mind?
So what the fuck? What the fuck, man? I can't. This is hurting my teeth, man. This is literally compressing my jaw. I can't hear anything. Is that his? What the fuck is wrong with his eye? What the fuck is wrong with his eye, man? This game, man. Oh god. Let's try it this way. Holy shit.
More importantly, what music was supposed to play here? This and Fafnir's had to have had one planned, but what happened? Again, the world may never know. It's also not clear how to free Brunhilde from this Giger torture coffin. If you do something incorrectly, the death timer starts, and then...
It goes into her eyes? What the fuck?
If you do something incorrectly, the death timer starts, and then... There are some clues scattered around the room. Large statues with numbers and runic symbols. These are genuine runes too, so they correspond to actual numbers.
Oh shit,
there are a bunch of these, and I started jotting them down on a notepad to keep track. My theory was, in the manual, there would be a key for the runes and their numbers, and this was some kind of disk protection. Figure out all the numbers in the statues, and they will somehow correspond to the numbers on Brunhilde. After spending too much time trying to figure out what this could mean, it's the Fibonacci sequence. Which in this case is a fancy way of saying start with the little numbers and work your way up. God damn it.
Excuse me? No shit.
She's also not monstrous anymore, and the pig people love them. This looks like it could and should be the end, but there's still a bit to go. They cut away from this scene for this.
I see that a proud lineage has established...
That was the whole travel scene?
I see that a proud lineage has established its domain here. But what deed has the master of this place ever performed to deserve this gold and these flags that he shamelessly puts on display?
How dare you!
Leave, Hagen. I know who you are, Valsung. But your glorious past does not allow you to be so condescending.
No, fuck
We
you.
foresaw your visit a long time ago. We raised our flags to honor your arrival.
All
let the
this
other dude
pomp
talk
and
too.
circumstance is a veil to cover your fear in my presence.
We are now completely off the range. All of Ring 2 so far has been a loose Zyprexa adaptation of Part 3 of the play, aptly called Siegfried. The final part is called Twilight of the Gods, like the game. They are trying to put the entire final part and large parts of Part 3 into the last 15 minutes of the game. The lack of music and some cutscenes already made it clear that time was running short, but this is a real rush job. Trying to give any context to this is absolutely meaningless.
What the fuck are those two pictures in the back? What the fuck are those two?
My biggest question had been who is Ring for, but that is dwarfed by who is Ring 2 for? It's coming out 5 years after the original game and not really completing the story. It's limping over to a ending and throwing elements in at random. Maybe they thought it could still sell as well as Ring 1 somehow? I don't know. Well, the king says you should find Tears of True Loss, an object of true love, and a piece of Norn thread. If he covers himself in this elixir, Charlotte Rampling will return and reveal everything to him. But it's all a trick because when he fails, everyone in the court will get something they want. To find Tears of True Loss, Siegfried sets out to find the Rhine Maidens.
And the gold! The Rhine gold!
Oh god, not these three again. Please, for fuck's sake.
You get tears from one maiden, but it won't be so simple because you need more tears. They're in great pain because they were rejected by Alberic and lost the gold. While one sister wallows in sorrow, the other isn't going to take it.
I remember that.
Find Alberic and deliver him to my angry justice.
Well, Siegfried hasn't been to Nibelheim yet, but hopefully Glug won't be there.
Ring, beautiful Ring. It is me, Alberic. Don't you remember? It is I who snatched you from the icy depths and the watch of the fish woman. I who brought you into the gaze of the creatures of the earth. Ring, show yourself. I know you are there.
What the fuck is wrong
Do not
with
be
you?
afraid.
Alberic.
Come to Alberic.
What happened? What did
King
they
of
do
dwarfs.
to you?
Ah!
He's a round little man, but he moves like a panther. He's come all the way back to the dragon's lair, and every time you get close to the little weirdo, he's already gone. You'll never catch him normally this way, so instead, you have to cut off his escape and catch him from the other
He used
side.
to slide, so it makes sense.
I recognize you. Leave me alone. Let me go.
Oh.
Whether he's dead or not is ambiguous. You get more tears, and man, the editing is becoming breakneck. Like, if you thought that was abrupt, check this out.
Valso.
What? Wait! We're back there?
Erda now wants you to find a piece of the Norn's thread.
There's
I
the
think they
Norns.
summoned us,
There's
maybe.
the Fates. You're just... Here we are. They cannot wait for this to be over, but have put the worst puzzle yet as the final obstacle. It is a time-morphing tightrope walk. I'm so glad to finally be here. The thing is, on paper, this shouldn't be that bad. Each color on the strip represents time going forward or backwards or staying still. The issue is, Ring 2 already has atrocious movement and collision detection, and I've already fallen through surfaces randomly, so the chance of that happening here is already a lot higher. Except here, when you change age, the game generates a new model which it can't place directly on top of where you were, and will often just throw you off into fucking space.
Oh my god.
Sometimes your model won't change, you just get the smoke and get chucked off into the void. To make it worse, every time you return, you get a narration of the king explaining how it works.
Valsong. Erda now wants you to find a piece.
Such asshole.
What the fuck happened there? I wasn't too old and got in the old line. This is the instant death line.
Valsong. Erda now wants you to find a piece of the Norn's thread.
Works just fine
You're
now.
already heading in the right direction. Right corn will lead you to youth, but
fuck!
Valsong.
Yeah, if you have to game like this, if you have to do something like this that is just so assholish and repeatable, basically, you want to mute the game and just take off your headset and focus. Just do that.
So
the game just does. Oh my god!
Finally, I get past it and meet my tormentors. The Fates actually look pretty rad, but I couldn't appreciate that in the moment. The cries of Valsung will follow me into my grave.
I am son of Sigmund and Sigelinda, the last of the Valsungs. Help me.
Like my sisters, I am a daughter of Erda.
Why would I want to help you? We have no need of you to continue our work.
None of them want to be involved in this, which is fair, but a problem.
Stop breaking destinies for a moment, Cutter. You must listen to me.
Deciding when to stop a life is not an easy task. Do not disturb my work.
This seems like an impasse. How do you defeat the fates? It turns out the answer is throwing pocket sand at their seeing eye spider and then introducing it to Nothung.
What did he do? What did he do?
Now that they're blinded, Siegfried finds the thread of his own fate. Where can things go from here?
Did Siegfried manage to fool the Norns?
Who the fuck are you two?
Oh, yes. But he was not the liar in the story.
The soldiers from the beginning.
It was Hagen.
Siegfried in Hagen's hands?
Oh, Hagen. He was there for a second.
Snake? And what happened?
Siegfried returned to the court of the Gibichungens, and from his finger took the ring that Brunhilde had given to him.
What the
Hagen made a potion of forgetting from...
Most of our ending is Ish saying what happened off screen. They'll even introduce a new setting for him to show up and say more things that happened off screen. Siegfried and Brunhilde are now going to marry the wrong people. Uh-oh.
Come closer, warrior.
Oh my God.
It is I who rule the tides of Yggdrasil and wash the oceans over the edges of the world.
That's not Charlotte.
Erda, whose advice you seek.
Erda? I do not know that name.
Erda's a galactic Teletubby or something. Fuck it. Hagen shows up, Siegfried dies.
Teletubbies! Holy shit, the stomach again. That's awesome. Oh my god, the baby's son makes so much sense.
Erda's a galactic Teletubby or something.
Fuck
it. Hagen shows up, Siegfried dies. And after many, many painful hours, I've come to the ending. A funeral is held for Siegfried where they reuse his child model to ask who he was, and Brunhilde ends the tale with what else?
Cree for the gods. The end
of
one
shit!
More surfing.
Surfing is back. It's literally a surfboard off a fucking plastic store somewhere. Like, it's not even a, like, ancient.
That's it. Fuck it. Who was the TV girl? Who cares? I would love to know the story behind how Ring was committed, but until then, all I have is madness. Somewhere out there is a diehard Wagner fan who's probably been vomiting over themselves and screeching by now. The story summary is also useless and mentions a gnome. Is that a dwarf mistranslation, or was there a gnome?
Probably
It doesn't matter. See, last year a lot of people said that Anonymous Agony was torture. They couldn't wrap their brain around it and were thinking about it for weeks. Well, this was mine. This is the kind of game that sticks with me in the worst way. Like, sure, Ring 2 was rushed and probably cheaper than the original, but besides what they did to Alberic's character, is it really that worse than Ring 1?
No.
Having played both back-to-back multiple times now, I don't think so. I think at this point people had woken up more to how awful this genre could be at points and were less forgiving. I did find Ring 2 to be a lot more playable. It doesn't scream for a guide like Ring 1 does, but it never...
You should never compare an old game with the games that are happening now. They should always compare an old game with the games that are happening like at the year that it released. That's how it should be. That's why the older game, the second one, everyone was playing so many other games at 2003. Like, what the fuck? 2005? 2007?
Never reaches the original's highest highs or its lowest lows. I think about it so much because while it also has rushed out parts, it also means something to somebody. As it is, it feels like peering at forbidden knowledge I was never meant to understand. If you made it this far, then thank you and...
Like, it shows like something innocent being evil. Like, literally.
Congratulations. I don't know how long this video will be up for. So it might need even weirder alterations than I've already done for it to stay up, but it might just disappear. If that happens, just chalk it up to a bad dream. Well, happy Halloween. I'll see you next time if I survive to then. I can only hope that one day, the Ring will have a proper conclusion. Have I seen the news about the new Marathon game? Yes. I've seen people unhappy that it's a Marathon Tarkov instead of a reboot, but I don't know how you reboot Marathon today and keep it for a modern audience. Like, having voice acting for the videos was fun and convenient, but the fact all the characters talk through text and even little things like repeated symbols or formatting can mean a whole lot, I can never see them keeping that aspect as the core of the game. Little blurbs maybe, but not your main storytelling device. For now, I'm just more curious of what they're doing. How are the coyotes? I haven't seen or heard from them since the beginning of the year, I think. They usually come back around this time of year.
What the fuck is going on? Who are coyotes? It is probably from like years ago. Or this is from probably last year, right? But I literally have a tooth pain, jaw pain, and an ear pain. I think my ear literally hits everywhere else. I mean, it's fall. I have a little bit of a cold too. But I'm sorry if I cut that short. Oh my god. I have to go and try to... See you all later. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. This game... Thank God he did both of them at the same time. And then, to be fair, on his own, he said it himself that he did it to not do another video for this fucking game. But yeah, the game was junk as fuck. But had a weirdness and a goofiness to it, at least the first one. That was nice. The second one seemed just like a chore. Like a chore with no payoff. Oh my god, that ending. But yeah, see you all later.